Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, the main pension scheme for British universities has a deficit of more than £17 billion, the largest on record for any retirement fund in the UK. The financial hole in the scheme widened in the past year as investments failed to pay off. There are warnings that contributions to the scheme or student tuition fees may have to rise to close the gap. Here's our business correspondent, Joe Lynham.
They are the future captains of industry, but the cost of studying has mushroomed in recent years. Now there's concern that tuition fees might have to rise again. That's because the main pension scheme for lecturers, known as USS, has posted a record black hole, and ways have to be found to reduce it.
Universities only have a limited number of sources of income. The main source of income is obviously from student fees, and it seems inconceivable to me that student fees will not have to be diverted into plugging the pension deficit.
Under international accounting rules, the USS pension scheme deficit almost doubled from £8.5 billion last year to £17.5 billion this year. Now that gives the scheme, which has almost 400,000 members, lecturers and academics, the dubious distinction of being a record pension deficit for this country. But the chief executive of the scheme says it's way too early to think about hiking student fees.
We're not responsible for setting tuition fees, clearly, but we have agreed a framework with the universities to manage the shortfall that exists within the pension plan without putting an unreasonable burden on their business models. And we have agreed a framework for looking at how pensions, contributions and the investment risk will continue to provide quality pensions for the members of the scheme.
Distinguished academic Joan Harvey paid into the USS scheme for 40 years. She's already being paid from that pension, but is worried that a less generous scheme might deter people considering academia.
People that go into academic jobs often do it because they want to teach, or they want to do research, or they want to do both, and they want to do that with some freedom, and that they want to explore and investigate and understand. And the pension has historically always been something nice that goes with the job, because academics aren't as well paid as all these sort of fat cats in the city.
Pension statements are just a snapshot of the health or otherwise of their schemes. They go down, and in this case, up. But for everyone on campuses throughout the UK, clever solutions will have to be found for clever people. Joe Lynham, BBC News.